Hey, what's up, guys? It's Deltray. Before we begin this one, I wanted to address a few comments that I had saw, like, several times, like, pretty frequently, so I felt like it was worth actually talking about. But if I'm keeping it a buck with you, I really just wanted to show this picture by Passy. It's awesome. Of your girl, dude. You already know who that is right there. Looking clean as ever. And that's the real reason we're doing this, right? But, this is for people who, like, lurk, and this is also for some other comments that I had seen as well. So first of all, I had seen a few times people asking if I could post an address for like my castle and all that. If I could, I would do it, guys. I literally, I'm physically incapable of doing it. Otherwise, I promise you I would. You're just gonna have to trust me on that. It's not an option for me, sadly. I thought I would get that one out there. I saw that comment a few times, so I just thought I would let you guys know. I'm not ignoring you guys. I just can't. Another one that I've been seeing pop up, not only on my own videos, but when I post on other videos as well, is people seem to think that I went somewhere again. Like this, I don't know why this always happens, but people seem to think that I disappeared or I haven't been uploading frequently. And I mean, depending on your definition of frequently, I guess that could be true. But no, I generally upload like 5 times a week, roughly 4 to 5 times a week. And the reason that people are not seeing this is because in order for a channel such as mine, because it is very small, you see, in order for it to actually show up in your subscription box, you have to actually interact with the video. That means leaving a like rating, commenting, whatever. And you have to. You have to if you want to see every video. I thought that I should address that because I assume that many people probably don't know that. But in YouTube land, subscription is actually only a suggestion. In order for it to actually show you the videos that you are subscribed for, you have to interact. It's just the way it is, man. So if you want to make sure that you are seeing every video of this series, if you want to be sure that you're seeing like chapter 17, 18, 19, the end game, all of that stuff, the Hoshido arc, you have to like the video. If you want to be 100% sure that you will see that in your subscription box, there's really just no other way, unfortunately. Now, if you don't do it, I'm not saying, but I do hope that you forget to plug your headphones in and have to explain to the public why you're listening to a grown-ass man make baby talk like this and calling people schmoopies. I would love to see that. Just kidding, of course. But I thought that it was worth addressing those comments that I had seen. Awesome fan art by Passy once again. I don't know if there's anything that I could plug other than that, but it's a really cool picture. Really appreciate it. So shoutouts to him or her. Anyways, enjoy the video, guys. Peace. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Deltray. We are back with some more Fire Emblem Fates Lunatic Conquest. Last time, everything went off the rails as we fell into a distant land, someplace that we will never be returning to ever again throughout this entire adventure. My god. Last 2 maps not really too difficult, but the story went completely off the rails, did it not? I don't even know what to say to that. I think you guys are pretty much in agreement with me there that there's really no salvaging the game for its story at this point, right? There's really almost no reason that any of this would have happened. And yes, we are going to be circling Castle Dude again. I don't know why I have a tendency to do this. I think it's better than just sitting still, I guess. I don't know, man. Just let me have this. One thing that I am not too entirely surprised by is the fact that some people really didn't feel like I had any kind of point with what I was saying with Azura's dancing. I still don't think it's dumb. I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill, guys. I do not care. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. And I'm not just pulling this stuff out of my ass either. I'm basing everything that I feel about that scene on what the game is telling me. It's not as though I'm just making stuff up for the sake of saying, oh, Fates didn't screw up everything. No. There's more than enough actually valid things to complain about with this game. But let's actually think about this for a second. For what the game has told us, not from any other kind of outside thing, from chapter 7 to chapter 14, from what the game has told us, Dude is seeing Azura sing once, where she snuck up on her in Hoshido. Then, she was a raging dragon where she maybe heard Azura singing another time. We can also extrapolate from that Kaze possibly heard the song, who would be the only other person in this party, by the way. He possibly heard this song because he was there in chapter 5. He was for a fact there in chapter 5 because we played with him in chapter 5. I'm even pretty confident that he shows up at the end of the cutscene there at the end of chapter 5. So we can say that Kaze pretty confidently was probably there to hear that. However, why would he have anything to do with chapter 14? So I'm willing to say that whether or not he can remember anything Azura did has really no bearing on this. Secondly, the song was entirely different. It shared absolutely no lyrics with the songs that we have actually heard so far. I don't know if a lot of people noticed this, but she doesn't say anything about Lost in Thoughts All Alone. I know that was one that a lot of people cited to, like, well, Deltre, she only ever sings the one song. How would she not know it? Well, because it's a totally different song. Not even to talk about the fact that she sings it entirely differently than she has literally anything else up until this point. So I don't really see where it's all that unrealistic for a dude who has heard this song twice canonically. For a fact, from what the game has told us, from chapter 7 to 14, not talking about supports, not talking about anything else that could be unlocked at any time, just from what the game has told us, and nothing else, she has heard this song twice. Twice, and when she was a rampaging dragon. I don't know how much credence you really want to lend to that opportunity to get a sample of Azura's singing or whatever. If you want to say that that's the most important thing in the world, by all means, I can't really stop you. But let's be honest, she's probably not too sentient there, probably not too conscious of what's going on, and the game tells us as much. I'm only saying what I see from what the game has told us. The game has not told us that Azura wakes up every day, good morning guys, it's Azura, just singing every single place she goes. No, it didn't say anything about that. It didn't say anything about that. It does tell us, though, the dude really isn't too sure whether or not that's Azura. She kind of has the inkling in the back of her mind, but it never, like, she doesn't immediately jump to that conclusion, which to me says that what I'm saying actually makes more sense. Why would it make sense for dude to hear this every single day and then not recognize Azura? It wouldn't make sense. So why am I going to jump through hoops just to say that the game... Why am I going to jump through hoops just to say that the game made a mistake? That doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. There's plenty of things to actually complain about with this game. So why am I going to go the extra mile based on just some assumptions just to have one more opportunity to rip on the game? It just doesn't make sense for me to do that. It honestly doesn't. And if you disagree with that, hey, you're like, feel free to feel however you want to feel. But what I'm saying is backed up by the game. Like, for a fact. The game even outright says that she didn't recognize Azura, so why could that be? Why could that be if Azura is really going around singing constantly everywhere she goes? It doesn't make sense. So that's where I'm coming from. Like I say, feel free to disagree. I didn't think that I would be defending anything about Fates. I'm not even defending Fates. That's the worst part. That's why I don't understand why people are so upset. I'm not even defending Fates. I'm just saying that it didn't screw up. Is that really so crazy? Like, I can't even say that the game didn't ruin everything. Like, this game isn't literally the devil, and that's somehow a controversial opinion. I don't get it. Let alone one that the game backs me up on. I really think that the bigger problem here is that there's just such an extensive gap in knowledge between what the player knows and what the characters in the game know. For example, by the time we get to the big reveal, if you can even call it that Garon actually is an evil dick, it's so obvious to us playing the game that even though it's sort of shocking for Corrin herself, it's just so obvious to us because the game will never let us forget. The game constantly pounds you over the head with the fact that Garon is not a good guy, with cutscenes that dude might not be present for, but it's still so painfully obvious to us, having sat down and played the game, that by the time we actually get to the point where the characters are learning about this for themselves, it's just like a no-duh sort of situation. I feel like that's exactly what's going on here too. I'm not making this up, guys. You can go back, watch the Chapter 4 cutscene, watch the Chapter 5 cutscene. Azura never gets to the titular line of that song. Never, not even a single time. We also have a million supports. Oh my god, so many supports. I really should have done these at the end of the last one, but I was still kind of in the mindset that that would have all been one video. Obviously not. But let's start with Dude and Gunter. Gunter, you got some explaining to do. What's up, man? Where you been?
Ah, Gunter, there you are.
Lady Dude.
I didn't see you around camp. I was starting to get worried.
No need to worry. Old men like me just prefer to relax alone sometimes.
I see.
By the way, Lady Dude, do you recognize this ball?
Oh. Wait, I do. This is the ball we used to play catch with. This brings back memories.
It's seen better days, but it's still in pretty good condition, don't you think?
It really is. I'm impressed. I didn't realize that you'd kept it all this time.
I can never bring myself to throw it away. It's filled with too many memories. You know that I made this the same year I began serving you. We played so many games of catch with it.
It really does stir up all those old memories.
How does a round of catch sound to you? For old time's sake.
I'd love to.
Excellent. I have a few tasks to deal with today, but we'll play sometime soon.
I look forward to it.
Oh, thank you, dude. I could just slit your throat.
Slit my throat?
What, is that not an expression? Wait. So I don't really get Gunter, but that has nothing to do with Conquest. Oh, by the way, I've been inviting Perry to the to the tree house because I want to get up to A+ support with her so I can steal Cavalier. So, yeah, now we're doing parry supports too, I guess. Kind of just a gameplay thing. I didn't really realize the fact that I can't really get Cavalier any other way other than to do this, unfortunately. For some reason, I thought that getting an A rank with Silas would give it to me, but it actually only gives you the class of units who share the same gender. And Silas was a dude last time I checked, so that's not gonna work out.
Wah! Wah! Perry, what's wrong? Why are you crying by yourself? Lady dude!
God damn it, I can't do parry. I can't do parry, man.
It's hard to understand why you're sobbing so hard. Can you tell me what happened? I don't wanna.
Why not?
Because you'll all say the same thing that they did. I'm gonna kill him.
What?
All the ones who made me cry, they're dead meat.
Hey, we all get mad sometimes, but...
No joke, I'm really gonna slaughter them all.
Whatever happened, she must have been really serious. She's incoherent with rage. I better stay with her until she calms down. So it's gonna be something stupid, I have no idea.
Wow!
Oh, wow, they don't even tell us what happened. I guarantee it was something so lame, too. Like, I don't know, that's just kind of my bigger issue with Bear. She's so childish, too. She's so exceptionally childish, which could work, I guess. But they never really play up they don't really play it up right, I think. I don't know. Keaton, how goes it? Hey, dude, look at this.
Oh, how nice. A torn up stuffed animal.
Great. What a dream come true. Yeah, look at those tatters. You ever smell stuff in that muskie before? Ah, it takes me back.
Don't you think we should try and patch the poor thing up a bit?
What? Why? Don't you see? This is grade A stuff. Look at all that moist cotton falling out of the open belly. Ah, the stench. Divine. I love it.
Okay, Keaton, if you say so.
Man, you're missing out if you can't appreciate all this goodness.
Really now?
I guess I'll just have to teach you how to see this stuff like a real connoisseur. Huh? We're gonna take a look at my treasure collection. Look, touch, sniff, and learn.
What exactly do you mean by treasure?
Oh, eager to see the goods, huh? Well, I guess I can whet your appetite a little bit. Well, just one of my many fine pieces is an embalmed lizard. I also have a giant bat corpse. It's huge.
Well, as tempting as that all sounds, I don't think I can manage today.
What, not feeling so good? Well, maybe next time. This guy's a freak. He's a dog, if you couldn't tell. Azura and Jacob.
You are the ocean's great waves.
So I'm not a singer. Have I mentioned that? I don't sing. Oh, what a lovely melody, milady. Totally different from that one earlier, but nobody seemed to get that.
Thank you, Jacob. My mother taught me that song. It always reminds me of her.
Huh, that explains why you look so happy just now. They must be lovely memories.
They are. That's all I have left of her now. Memories and songs.
At least you have that. I cannot even recall what my mother looked like.
Jacob, I'm so sorry. That's terrible.
I'm afraid it is, but don't worry yourself on my account. The world is full of orphans. Still, it would have been nice to have learned a few songs. Please excuse me.
Goodness, I had no idea. If I'd known, I would have chosen my words more carefully.
Well, that was short and to the point. I didn't realize that Jacob didn't have Barrett. See, it's so hard to get Azura supports, for me personally, because I usually just dance for whoever makes the most sense, you know? So, I don't think I've ever actually seen Jacob in Azura 1, let alone the rest of those, huh? It's kind of interesting. I hope they actually do expand on Jacob a little bit, but I don't know, it feels like the ones that actually go places are so short. You know, we just got a snippet of insight into Jacob's life, but that was really just it. There was barely anything else but that, only a few lines. I don't know, I feel like that could have been balanced a little bit better.
Hey, Silas, I hear you got the strongest work ethic around camp.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do try to give my all whenever I can.
Typical. People like you always act so sweet and humble, and it makes me sick.
What? I'm not being humble. I really do have to try harder than most people.
Most people, sure. But not all people.
It's a little bit nitpicky, don't you think?
Lots of folks think that about you, but they're wrong.
I wasn't really arguing the point. Where are you going with this? I take it you're laying a claim on the strongest work ethic in the army. I can't say that sentence.
Not yet, but we're gonna find out.
We are?
I'll be the judge of whether you really work hard or you're just faking it. If you're any lazier than me, it's not fair that everyone thinks you work the hardest. So we'll have a competition to see how hard you're really prepared to work.
This feels like the start of something extraordinarily tedious.
Are you complaining already? We haven't even started yet.
No, I don't understand what we're fighting about.
What? You're backing out?
Certainly not now.
So you're accepting my challenge, right?
Why? Okay, fine. All right, you're on. Poor Silas, man. I feel bad. I shouldn't have paired these two up. Agreeing to this is clearly going to be the fastest way to get it over with.
That's right. I'll be back later to go over the challenge once I figure out what it is. Here's a hint, though. I'm gonna win.
Right. Oh, god damn it. Poor guy. Kaze and Camilla. Apparently, the one you're looking for, if you really want to find out about Camilla, though, is the Niles and Camilla. That's what you guys were saying. Of course, they still ended by banging, so I mean, hey, how much development could there really be? Kaze, there's something I wish to talk to you about. Can you spare a moment? Somebody said that I sound like, what did they say? They said like a Scotsman. What? What? Really? That's what you got from that? Oh my god. I don't know. I never really would have made that comparison. I don't know. I'm kind of going for because she does that baby talk all the time, so I'm kind of just trying to like play that up, but wow. Maybe I'm wildly off the mark and never realized. Kaze, there's something I wish to talk to you about. Can you spare a moment? Of course, Lady Camilla. What do you need? I noticed that you're often approached by women that you don't know. You know what? Okay, that's probably why right there, right? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. This seems like a stretch to me. It's made me curious about what sort of man you are. Why are you so popular? Please, allow me to clear up any misconceptions that you may have. I do not accept any romantic advances, nor do I accept tokens of affection. Though I must admit I find it difficult to endure particularly persistent gift givers. Huh, and yet, from what I can tell, it seems like you answer them all very kindly. Maybe that's one of the reasons they can't seem to leave you alone. Do you think so? To be honest, I do not fully understand it myself. He's a handsome guy, what can I say? I see. I find myself more and more intrigued by you. I have a proposal for you, Kaze. You see, I'm planning a tea party with some of the ladies in camp soon. And I would very much like for you to attend. I don't... Huh? Do you not believe that a strengthening camaraderie within the ranks is important? It's just a little tea and conversation. What could it possibly hurt? Is this an order, milady? Now. Order is such an ugly word. But yes, it is. Understood. I humbly accept your most gracious invitation. That was pretty funny. Thank you, Kaze. I'm looking forward to it. Now, I must be off. Goodbye. One more, Nyx and Leo. Okay, what can we learn about Nyx here? So apparently she's not like 100, she's younger than that, but I forget what you guys said, I'm sorry. But like 50 to 60 years older than the rest of these guys. Which, to be fair, they're all like 12 because it's an RPG. A JRPG at that, so you know. Nyx, what on earth?
Greetings, Prince Leo.
If you walk any further into that lake, you'll be up to your stomach. You're not planning to take a swim, are you?
Huh, if I were, would you come into the water with me?
No, I'll pass. Oh, Nyx hitting on Leo. She knows what's up.
I was joking anyways. But no, I came to view my reflection in the lake's waters.
That's all. We have mirrors at camp for that.
Mirrors are too accurate. I prefer a slight amount of distortion. The water's surface is perfect.
Ah, alright then. So she has like, body dysmorphia, I guess? Cause she's not like comfortable in, like her new skin, I guess, for lack of a better word. Try not to stay out, whoa. Try not to stay out too long. It can get cold here by the shore.
Uh-huh. I best put the...
Whoa, Leo, what did you walk yourself into? What's going on here? What was this game rated?
I best put on the rest of my clothes before that happens.
Yes, I'll leave you to it. Oh, Leo, you weenie! Anyhow, with those out of the way, we also have like 3 promotions to do. Let's get to it.
Or pleasure?
Oh, god damn it, Charlotte. Business, god damn you. No, 3. We want 3 of these boys, and we are going to give them, first of all, obviously Dude, right? I mean, we didn't get her to level 20 for nothing. So let's hit her up with the Master Seal. And go ahead and get this promotion out of the way. I think I actually ended up reloading a save last time. I didn't replay the map or anything, but like, I essentially ended up not buying 2 Master Seals at a certain point, so that's why I'm buying 3 now. In case that seems a little bit off to you, that would be why. What's not off, though, are these stats. Good God, she's going to be so good. She's going to get Lances now, too. 27 skill. Wow. What happened there? Is that where all your res growth went? Look at that, 3 res. Oh, my God. That's going to suck on this map, I'll tell you that. Then, number 2, we're going to go ahead and give Elise a Master Seal, too. I can't stand this, I can't stand this 13 strength thing anymore, buddy. I'm going to need you to pick up the pace. So let's go with Elise to Malignite. Plus 6 magic. Good God, that's such a huge amount. That is a fantastic promotion. And I can just give her the arm scroll right now. And then you already know we're picking up that bolt axe, boys. She's going to be so good. She's going to be so great. Look at that, 6 magic. God. She loses a little bit of luck, which is pretty weird. Lots of res, though. Lots of res. If she wants to get more HP, that'd be cool. She'd almost be kind of tanky if I gave her like an HP tonic or something like that. Who knows? I do know, though, that she's basically just what Camilla was, which is okay. It's definitely not the worst thing to be. Way more magic, though. Way more magic. She's going to be hitting things insanely hard, especially if she wants to keep up on her speed a little bit. Get a few more points of that, she'll be doubling in no time, especially with that Odin pair up, especially when I promote your boy. Ooh, it's going to be so good, guys. Looking forward to this. Matter of fact, let's just give her this arm scroll right now. So that's going to take her to C axes and D in tomes. So she can already use that Thunder Forge, which she's probably going to do occasionally. Just for like weapon triangle purposes, more or less. It's nice to have a more reliable way to hit other magic users, and it's basically a guaranteed hit on axe users as well, so that's pretty cool. And now the last Master Seal is going to go to somebody that nobody predicted. We're going to give it to Niles, because he as a Bow Knight is still very good, regardless of whether or not I've been using him. I mean, his strength isn't even as bad as it could be. He's been getting lots of strength. If anything, it's his speed that's a little bit lackluster right now, to be honest with you guys. That's pretty strange. You are the weirdest Niles I've ever had, I have to say. But we want to do this, though, because he's still very useful. In fact, I kind of forgot about him in Chapter 14, so I probably could have avoided promoting Silas if I had really been thinking about it, although that would mean that I wouldn't have been fielding it. Either way, we're bringing Niles now because he's still really good at pairing up, and I also want to get Nina because I love Nina because she's hilarious. We have Yaoi, so we gotta get Nina. You guys really seem to like Yaoi. You guys and your Yaoi, man. Anyways, with all of that, we actually have one more person here who I accidentally forgot to show their recruitment. So what happens is essentially, when you complete Chapter 15, your second servant will show up at the castle before starting Chapter 16. Being the case that we already got Jacob, that's going to mean for us that we're recruiting Felicia right here. So Felicia is now with us, and she's actually still okay. Yeah, a lot better than Jacob ever would be if you got him at this point. She, on the other hand, can actually still be used. Now she has C in both hidden weapons as well as staves, which is great. I'm going to give her the Flame Shuriken, and she can actually kill things, which is way more than Jacob could ever do. And also, he's like really bad at healing at this point and using any kind of staves, to be honest, because your hit rate is also partially determined by your magic stats. So Jacob having really bad magic, obviously not a great stat bot. Felicia, though, works out. She definitely works out. Not too hard to fit her into the team. Her stat growths are still not particularly great. They never were to begin with, although she favors magic and speed more than Jacob. So debatably, that could be more useful. I just think that with Jacob's easy reclasses into useful options like Paladin, he's obviously the better choice right off the bat. Felicia can also do some fun things like Strategist, I guess, for inspiration right off the bat. She's like better at buffing things. You can still take Malignite and get her to kick some serious ass because, again, she has actual magic growth as compared to Jacob. Not really too much else to add about her. She's fast, she is strong enough, and she has good weapon ranks due to the fact that we're recruiting her so late. It's almost kind of a benefit to her in a way because it's kind of hard to get her staff rank up if you get her early. And Jacob really can't do what she does if you get him late. So I definitely think that of the two, if you were going to pick one, if you were really trying to optimize things for whatever reason, you would want to get Felicia late, if only because she's still kind of useful, whereas Jacob is always useless if you don't get him at the start. She also still has that thing where she's not really technically a level 13 maid. She's like, it's kind of complicated, but she essentially has an internal game level of 1 by default. So she's like the same level as any other level 1 character, much like Jacob was. And now she's obviously been auto-leveled up to 12. She's been auto-leveled up to 13, but she's still technically like a level 13 non-promoted unit, more or less. So she gets experience really quickly. Her stats kind of reflect that fact as well. Although, again, she has insane weapon ranks for somebody of that level. Now, we are basically done here. I already have all the kind of setup that I need to do, more or less. Believe it or not, we actually got Mozu in the mess hall. And speaking of this, somebody pointed out that Perry isn't the only good chef, which is true. I kind of forgot about that, but I kind of like Perry as a chef just because I don't see what else she's doing, honestly, but yes, Jacob is equally good. I think Mozu is really good as well. Not the best, but still pretty good. One other person that he would think is really bad would be Arthur, because he always fails the recipe that you select. So if I give him like a strength recipe, he'll fail it every time. But he will give you a +2 and another stat, a random stat. So somebody like myself, who for example got cabbage right off the bat, I could give him a cabbage recipe and he will fail the resistance, but he will give me +2 and a random stat. So if I could use that to get like +2 speed pretty freely. And that's something you can do if you happen to get Arthur as your chef. I think Rinka can be done with the same thing if you're playing Birthright. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I do know that that's one little trick you can use. And I'm kind of curious, so can somebody confirm this? Because somebody had said that the resources you get in your castle at the beginning of the game are actually determined by your birth date. I'm not entirely sure if that's true or not, but that would... that seems like you could use that to your advantage to make sure you're getting good resources. So I don't know. Does anybody know anything about that? I'm just kind of curious. I haven't been able to find anything about it, but apparently it's a pretty widely believed rumor, if nothing else. Now then, Chapter 16, where oh my God, here we go. Norian and Hoshido forces meet in an all-out war. Dude sets out to lead the vanguard, but instead must defend an Norian war chest from Hoshido ninja. Okay, sounds like a plan to me. This map is actually kind of fun. It proves once and for all, though, that one of these guys is totally OP. We'll be seeing him here in a second. It's Gunter. He actually appears before Garon. I didn't remember that. Kind of weird, because didn't Garon order Gunter to be killed? So it's kind of weird that he would just pop up like this. Whatever. I mean, what are we gonna do, right? Not like we can just overthrow the king or something like that. That would make sense. You have done well to return to us, Gunter. Welcome back.
Of course.
Thank you, King Garon. To think you fell into the depth of the bottomless canyon. It must have been quite the ordeal. I'm pleased to see you alive and well. Welcome back, Sir Gunter. Use a bitch. That was the best suggestion of all time. Yeah, I can't believe Gunter doesn't tell this kid off. Oh my God, Gunter could kick your ass, dude. Don't mess with Gunter. At least not on this route. He sucks in Revelation, but in Conquest I genuinely like Gunter a lot. Enough of that. I would like to discuss our next endeavor. Soon, Nord and Hoshido will be engaged in an all-out war. Our army will set up base here in Circensia and immediately send troops to Hoshido. If we catch them by surprise, we may be able to secure a win early on. Dude, I'm putting you in charge of the Hoshidan infiltration.
As you wish, Father.
I see.
Huh, good girl. Go by sea rather than taking the overland route. The Hoshidans will expect us to go by land and may be waiting to ambush. We shall outsmart them at every turn. In the meantime, I will return to Castle Krakenberg. I will monitor the situation from there and send more soldiers when the time is right. Iago, Hans, you two will come with me.
Yes.
Certainly, my king.
Of course.
Understood, King Garon.
Do not fail me.
I have high hopes for you, my child.
Yes.
I shall do my best to bring back good news, Father.
And here we go. Yeah, this asshole again. Can we just kill Iago right now? Like, can we do it? I would much prefer that. Before you depart, Lady Jude, I must ask, where exactly did you and Lady Ajua disappear to last night? Huh?
Let me explain.
Was I not clear? Then I shall repeat myself. I saw you follow Lady Ajua into the night. Very suspicious, if you ask me. I shudder to even suggest it, but in times like these... You weren't meeting with Hoshidan spies by any chance, were you?
No.
Nothing of the sort. She and I just went for a little stroll in the moonlight.
A stroll? You expect us to believe that?
Yes.
I do, as it is the truth. I was rattled after the attack on Father and Nestra. Azura suggested we walk through the forest to calm my nerves. While we were gone, we ran into a strange group of soldiers. Naturally, we eliminated them all.
What?
What? You did?
Dude, dude, As sharp as you are, surely you noticed the new bloodstains on my armor. There's your proof. I'm not sure who they were, but they threatened the royal family. That alone is reason enough to destroy every last one of them, is it not? After all, rebellions are like seeds. We must salt the earth before they sprout.
This is actually kind of a good save.
Have I acted out of line?
No, milady. You are a role model to us all.
I see.
Thank you, Iago. Let that be the last time I hear you question my loyalty. Father, if you'll excuse me, please.
Go. Aye, aye. Gee, I was just saying, I'm leaving right now. No need to be so rough.
Phew, that was close.
Hey.
Dude, may I ask why you lied to Iago just then?
Why do you think My God. Gee, I wonder.
Well, it wasn't a complete lie. They may have been monsters, but we did vanquish strange soldiers that attacked us.
By the way, some people actually did have some sort of explanations for Azura's actions, which do make varying degrees of sense. For example, she's kind of been holding on to this secret for the longest time, right? She must have known about Garon for God knows how long, so it makes sense that she would want to share this with somebody else. I can buy that to an extent, but the problem is that the game never actually makes that clear or gives us any kind of reasoning as to why Azura acts the way that she does. We can make assumptions, but there's never really any sort of clarity with this. And it's such a big deal that she goes about the things that she does in the way that she does, that it kind of makes everything a big mess without sitting down and saying, okay, yes, it maybe wasn't the best move, but here's why it was done. People also kind of said that if we were to just overthrow Garon right now, that could be very, very bad from a political standpoint, which again makes sense. But the fact that the game never actually addresses this, I mean, it would be one thing if the characters themselves outright said that no, we can't do this because politically it doesn't make sense to have a coup right now. But from where we're left, in the minds of these characters, that could be a perfectly valid option, and yet they just don't, for whatever reason. It would make a lot more sense, or at least it would be a lot more believable, if somebody at the very least suggested it, only to be shot down by some kind of reasoning that we, playing along with the game, could actually understand. That's what really makes this all so confusing. It's the fact that they never really justify or clarify anything in a way that makes sense to the people playing the game. Like myself, I can't honestly say that I understand why we're exactly doing things the way that we're doing, even though people did have explanations that, in theory, could work. But they didn't take it that direction, you know what I mean? They just simply said, okay, we have to follow orders, that's that. We're not going to try to think of any other way. No other outs possible. We've got to do this the one way, you know? And that's what really gets under my skin. It's like they didn't even explore other options. You know, she just lays down and takes it, which is fine. It goes back to that point that some people had brought up, that they're trying to make her seem like a coward, which is fine. Like I said, that's sort of interesting in a way. I can't think of any other lord that has ever done that. But the problem, again, is that I feel like you still need to have some kind of motivation for the player to want to keep playing. You know, and it feels like we are just so stupidly going along with the villain's main plan here. It creates this disconnect where we don't really identify with Dude or her struggles, because we as the people playing, and I'll even go one step further. I'll even say this might not be entirely fair. Because honestly, I can't sit down and say it's 100% fair to feel this way, but the reality is that myself and a lot of other people are going to feel like, well, why am I helping this coward who's not willing to take any kind of stand, even when they have everything in their favor? And just the fact that nobody, not one person, ever thinks to go against this planet in any way is just, it's kind of mind-blowing in a way. You know, these people don't seem like they would be this stupid, and yet the game would have us believe that they are. That maybe going along with King Garon's plan might not be the way. I don't know. I don't know.
I merely left out the details of where the actual fight took place.
That's,
I see. So you said that to gain King Garon's trust.
yeah.
Precisely. If we want our plan to succeed, it's imperative that Father trusts us. Winning the war won't matter if we can't convince him to sit on the throne. It makes perfect sense. Sorry, I guess I was just caught off. I guess I was just caught off guard. That almost kind of sounded like a plan. Something logical in this game, what? Hearing you speak like him so casually, it was unsettling. Oh wow, I must be a better actress than I thought. Sorry, but until this war is over, you'll have to get used to seeing me like that. I'll have to grow comfortable with that disguise, at least in front of Father. No matter how hard it is, or how it tortures me.
Truly.
I suppose so.
And also, somebody brought up the ridiculously obvious elephant in the room. So if Azura got that crystal ball from that place we were, why doesn't she just go back and get another one? Why did she only get one to begin with? And not to even go back to the points that I was making, does she know that it's gonna break? If so, why just court? Like, forget about it. It's too far gone.
Hey, Leo, isn't our boat due to arrive
Yes.
soon?
It is. Patience, dude. Ah, that reminds me. Iago gave me some extra funds for our war chest. He said he hoped that it would prove useful. Also, somebody said that it would have been an interesting idea if Leo would have been the main lord. You know, I never actually thought about that, but yeah. Yeah, that would have been really cool. I think they should have done that, honestly. It seems like the game would have been a lot more logical, if anything, because Leo seems like a smart enough guy, you know? I don't know.
Huh?
What? He really gave us this much?
I was also surprised. I'm not sure what's gotten into him. Prying money from Iago is usually like trying to take a baby bird from its mother. But we'll take what we can get, I suppose.
Right.
Too true. We should take this opportunity to stock up on supplies before we leave.
Excellent idea. Huh? Dude, behind you! Huh? And here's where the Hoshido ninjas come into play, no doubt. What is that expression?
Extraordinary.
Xander, what the hell, man? You can't just do that? Why? What if I didn't block? Well done, dude. Your reflexes have vastly improved since last I surprise attacked you. Is this a common occurrence?
Xander, what the hell, man?
Hello, little princess. I'm pleased to find you in good health and spirits. I heard the Rainbow Sage granted you new strength. Congratulations.
Thanks, Xander. But sheesh, did you have to give me such a fright? We haven't seen each other in ages, yet the first thing you do is test my reflexes. I guess some people never change. By the way, what brings you here?
Seriously, what a ridiculous way to greet somebody. Does he do this to everybody, do you think? Or just dude? Like he goes around to his servants and just sneak attacks them? Surprise, it's me, Lord Xander. I finally completed the mission Father tasked me with. It was quite arduous. The first thing I did after reporting back was come after you. If you're to infiltrate Hoshido, I'm going with you. It's not negotiable. Oh, believe me. No resistance here, man.
Xander, thank you. Having you on my side is like having 1,000 extra soldiers.
She's not wrong. That's kind of you to say, if not a bit of an exaggeration. Let's not be modest now. Ho-ho, baby, Lord Xander. It's great to see you again. We did our best to make you proud.
Lord Xander.
Milord, I missed you so much. I even made sure to keep Lady Dude safe, even though she didn't let me kill things.
Well done.
Well done, both of you. I'm grateful for your efforts to protect my sister. Wow, praise from the great Lord Xander. It's a little bit embarrassing.
I'm an expert at making baddies suffer, so it was a piece of cake.
Please, no more screen time for Perry. I'm begging you. Now that Lord Xander has joined us, the whole family is finally together again. It's almost like this would be a great time to make some kind of move. I don't know.
True.
That's a good point, Leo. It makes me so happy to be near all my beloved siblings.
Even better, we have a new sister to welcome to the fold, right, Azura?
Truly.
Yes, that's right. Sorry, I don't wish to intrude on your reunion.
Azura, can it be? Our kidnapped sister?
You remember me?
Of course. Though not as much as I would have liked. We met a handful of times. I especially remember how horribly the other Norians treated you back then.
Huh?
They did, but why?
Azura is the child of Father's second wife, the late Queen Arate. When they married, many Norians were still distraught over my mother's death. Those who loved Queen Katarina were not happy about Queen Arate or her daughter. Camilla and I, and later Leo, were told not to associate with Azura because of this. I suppose Father wanted to protect the strength of his legacy or some nonsense. However, we always wished we could be close with her, as siblings should be. I can't tell you how happy I am to finally have you here with us, Azura.
Xander.
Thank
Azura, see, Xander's not a bad guy, he's just ridiculous. He's also apparently wildly different in his supports as opposed to what you see in the actual main storyline, so I don't know how true that is. I haven't really, checked all of that out. Believe it or not, I don't spend my free time reading Fates supports. I know, shocker. But I have heard that he's actually better in his supports, or at the very least, very different. And I'm kind of curious, why that is. What makes him so different, I wonder.
Thank you. Your words have touched me deeply. You are truly as kind as dude made you out to be. This is wonderful. Now we can all be a big, happy family we were meant to be.
Aw, yeah!
Yeah, let's all go to Hoshido together. It'll be an adventure.
Oh, dear.
At least, darling, we're not going to play. Make sure to behave yourself.
Right.
It's true. We should all mentally prepare ourselves for the battle looming ahead. Traipsing into enemy territory isn't going to be easy.
Everything's okay.
Worry not, Leo. No task is too great for the Norian royal siblings. Except growing a pair. Isn't that right, dude?
Yes.
Right. We'll find a way to win this war together. And I'll protect all of you. That's a promise.
Well, that's nice. You can see the problem with this, though, right? The wind is at our backs, and there are no Hoshidan ships in sight. So far, so good.
Yeah.
Yes, things are going quite smoothly. I hope it stays this way.
Reporting.
Lord Xander, Lady Dude! Pirates are aboard the ship. They're raiding our war chest.
What?
No, not our war chest. I'm so poor again. What? Where did they come from? I'm sorry, my lord, but they must have snuck aboard before we set sail.
No.
That's not possible, unless those are no ordinary pirates. To pull off such a stealthy move, they can be none other than Hoshidan Ninja. Dude, follow me.
Understood.
Okay.
Is that the setup? That is indeed the setup. So this map is actually pretty interesting. Yeah, I kind of like this one. So it's a defeat boss map, but in order to actually cause the boss to spawn, as you'll notice here, there is no such enemy on the map. In order to cause him to spawn, you need to talk to all 4 of these green NPCs. Now, the enemies will not attack these guys, which is logical for reasons we'll see. But basically, the gist of it is that the actual boss is disguised as one of these NPCs, and it will always be the last one that you talk to. So even though there was all that talk about ninjas and crap, oh no, there's absolutely no ninjas on this map, not even a single one. That's not until tomorrow, or the part after that, or you know what I mean. It's not until later that there's a bunch of ninjas. Right now, it's mostly outlaws, adventurers, mercenaries, berserkers, sorcerers, lots of magical enemies on this map, which is where dude having no res kind of sucks. I was actually able to get a +2 res from the mess hall though this time, so that's pretty good. That helps out a lot. Fighters paired up with other fighters, and as we know, fighter pair bonuses are absolutely insane, so these guys are pretty dangerous if you are not careful. And like I say, lots of promoted enemies starting to show up now. Sorcerers, berserkers, which are stupidly dangerous. One thing to note about berserkers though is that they do get a critical boost. However, enemy units only get like half any sort of modifiers. So like, for example, I think that berserkers get +15 crit by default, but if it's an enemy, they only get +7.5 crit. Sorcerers get a hit boost, 2 tomes and staves. Well, no, they just get a flat hit boost. There's a sorcerer later on who can use staves, which is why I was a little bit confused there. But they get a hit boost essentially, and I think that enemy sorcerers only get half of that boost as well. Swordmasters get an avoid boost, and enemies only get half, and so on and so forth. So it's one little way that the game is a little bit nice to you, in that enemies with special class abilities only get to take advantage of half of that, which is nice, for sure. Especially in the case of Berserkers, where they can otherwise just gimp you, which is no fun ever. We also have Xander here, who is insanely broken. He's ridiculously broken. Like, wow, where do I even begin? So he has 27 defense by default. 29 defense if he's fighting somebody at full HP, or is it 28? Yeah, 29 defense if he's fighting somebody at full HP, because he has the Chivalry ability, which is +2 damage dealt and -2 damage taken against anybody who has full health. So he's a really good candidate to go in first. This also really helps him out in terms of his damage output, because it makes it so that he's easily able to one-shot a lot of enemies. You'd be surprised, but that +2 extra damage actually makes the difference in a lot of cases. He obviously has his Siegfried still, which is super broken as we saw. 1 to 2 range, 11 might, really accurate. Gives him +4 defense just for being in his inventory, which is why he's so tanky. Speaking of which, God, is he not tanky or what? 38 HP, 27 defense by default. He will almost never die to any kind of physical enemy. He's really the main problem with so many other potential tank characters. Characters like Silas, totally eclipsed by this guy by default because of the Siegfried. Characters like Effie, totally eclipsed because this guy has amazing 1 to 2 range, is equally strong, better weapon ranks, better abilities. Xander's really a problem with a lot of characters, honestly. He's just so unbalanced. And the game kind of expects you to use him on this map, so at the very least I'm using him here. His growths aren't even bad either. He has like good growths. It's just that his base speed is a little bit low. He can get speed screwed. However, we just got a speed wing. If you don't remember We picked up a speed weed from the boss on the last map. There's also another opportunity to get a second one on the next map. And then there's a buyable one here in a few chapters as well. So that's plus 6 speed right there. If you really want to, you can patch up his speed like that and he'll double everything. Which is just insane for a unit with these other parameters. Like, his defense is mad high. Really, his only weaknesses are, again, his speed and his low res. Everything else about him is just utterly ridiculous. He even comes with D rank and lances, which matters more than you think. If you give him a javelin that's forged, for example, he'll be one-shotting ninjas regardless of that, and he's also going to be more accurate while doing so than compared to using the Siegfried. It also gives him the ability to use Beast Killers by default, which may or may not matter in like 2 maps. So our team today is going to be looking like this. We got Dude, who is now a freshly promoted Wyvern Lord. In fact, let's go ahead and take away that forged lance. Who has that right now? Silas, I think, or Gunter maybe. Gunter's probably going to be useful in the next coming maps, but for right now, we're just going to leave him on the bench. He doesn't really need experience, particularly fast or anything like that. So he's totally fine right there. So we're going to bring Dude. We'll bring the Poke just to maybe build up some lance rank. We have Ajra, of course. Camilla with the Thunderstruck. I actually got magic as well from the mess hall, which is going to put her up to the point where she can one-round KO Berserkers by using the Forged Thunder. If for some reason I wasn't able to get that, I could have also just given her the Spirit Dust that I got on the last map. I don't know if I want to do that. Her magic's not going to be particularly useful for the rest of the game, more likely than not. But if there comes a situation where it would be nice, I'll just throw the Spirit Dust onto her. For right now, though, I'm holding on to it. I can think of some other characters who I can maybe do some stuff with. We also have Laszlo, who's going to be paired up with Mozu for this one. They're just basically rocking their normal setups. They're going to be killing mages and whatnot. Jacob is here because of his supporter ability. I basically want that plus 15 avoid, minus 3 damage. It's going to help Dude survive here on this first turn. We also have Nyx, who's going to be Lilio's battery, more or less. Because of Nyx's pair up as well as the speed tonic, he can double all the sorcerers and the berserkers on this map if need be. We also have Elise, who I just want to get experience, honestly. Shouldn't be too hard to get her a level 2 here. Shouldn't be too hard at all. We also have Niles, who's going to be paired up with Felicia just because I want Nina to exist, more or less. And we also have Charlotte. Now, Felicia has the Flame Shuriken, which is obviously, she's like the best unit for this. I would almost go as far as to say that the Flame Shuriken is only in Conquest at all, just to give Felicia something to do offensively. We never really talked about this, but we got it from Saizo. It gives minus 4 magic, 4 defense, and 4 res on contact. Has some pretty decent might to it, and with Felicia's good magic, she can make use of it pretty well. She's also fast enough to double dig, so that's why she is here. As for the first setup, we're going to try something like this. Move you here. We want Ajra down here. We're going to pair up Elise with Dude, Jacob with Camilla. Switch these two to like here. Let's look at the map. Yep, that looks about good. And then pair these two as well. Like I said, we're going to be getting Nina and we're going to get Forrest. I do not care. Something like that should do just fine. We want to be able to build up those shield gauges on the first turn as much as possible. I think we are good to go, honestly. Let's give this a shot. Huh, to make it this far, they must be quite skilled and highly organized. Somebody's clearly leading the charge. If we take down the leader, the rest will fall.
Right.
Agreed, but I can't figure out who it is. They're all acting in unison. Then perhaps the leader is not among them. Huh? Ah, I see. Nice thinking, Xander. After all, Hoshido and Ninja are masters of disguise. The leader might be masquerading as a Norian soldier, giving orders on the sly. That means we'll have to speak to each of our soldiers directly to smoke him out.
Let's do this.
Let's move quickly. The longer the skirmish takes, the more we stand to lose. And he is completely right. So, as the game is about to explain, speak with the Green Lanterns and try to unmask the enemy commander. The war chest you're protecting contains 10,000 gold. Some of it will be stolen each turn until you find and defeat the leader. So again, defeat the boss, but with a twist. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Alright, let's get it. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to take Dude, we're going to throw right here. We're going to switch these two out. I actually did buy the Bolt Axe, by the way. Oh, and at least, like, she surged magic. So she got, like, huge magic boosted, like, +4. It would not matter. I can still one-shot this guy, which I want to do because it, like, it messes with the AI a little bit. They're going to do some really stupid stuff here, I do believe. But if, for whatever reason, she didn't get the magic boost there from that random conversation, just giving her a magic tonic would do the exact same thing. I want to one-shot that guy, though, just because shield gauge, basically. So then we can go ahead and dance for that pair right there. We're going to take down most of those guys in the south anyways, so Ajra is not in any danger here particularly. Now, as I said, we can actually one-shot these guys, or one-round these guys, I guess, more specifically, by using Camilla with the Thunderstruck. Let's get it. Would have liked to crit there. Would have liked to crit there just so I can avoid this. Okay, we take the hit, but it's fine. It's totally fine.
glad that's over with.
Now we want to do this with Camilla because she's going to go off and use her Savage Blow here, which is going to bring this Sorcerer pretty low, which coincidentally is going to put him so low, in fact. Sorry. So yeah, that Savage Blow is going to put the Sorcerer so low, in fact, that we can now switch back over to Dude and take Jacob. Now we're going to, this looks precarious because it is. This is a little bit risky, but we're just going to go for the YOLO at least one time. If this works out, cool. If not, then I guess I can rethink this a little bit. We hit him. I can tell because of the animation. That is Wyvern Dude putting in all the work. Yeah, I guess you did. So we're going to take that guy out right now. So that Sorcerer is no longer any kind of issue. Now we can use Leo for this right here. And since we got the Savage Blow off in this guy, we can one-shot this guy. We have no need to take any counter damage. He's just going to die. This also puts him right next to that other mage, or that other fighter, rather, which is nice because that gives him the Malefic Aura boost for anybody else who wants to hit him with magic, like, say, Felicia, for example. It also gets Heartseekers, so we can't possibly miss, despite the fact that we're at Weapon Triangle disadvantage. So this guy's going to die like a chump. There's one, there's two. Get out of here. Felicia already putting in work. Look at this girl go. I do not get... Oh, my God. Felicia is so good. Now, with Charlotte, she is literally only here to pair up with Xander. This could be anybody that puts him up to a decent amount of strength. I guess, really, Charlotte's kind of a waste in that sense. You know, does Silas give him enough, do you think? Matter of fact, I want to change that out for Silas. Yeah, I'm gonna change that for Silas. Hold on. Because I don't really care if Xander and Charlotte get up to, like, as support. I don't really care about Sigmar. I don't really care for him at all. Let's go ahead and put Silas in the back, just so that he can actually get some experience on this map. Let's try that instead. Not like it makes any difference, but I think that Xander still one-shots with that setup, right? Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. He just needs somebody, basically. I don't one-shot these guys, which kind of sucks, but it's fine, really. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So we'll do this instead. Xander's going to blow this guy away. We'll just jump back to the end of this turn. I just want Silas to get more experience, honestly. This will at least let me use him a little bit here. Okay, so enemy phase. My bad about that, by the way. So yes, we lose 300 gold every single turn that passes, so we want to be quick. That's mainly why I'm using Xander here no matter what. It's just really important that I be as quick as possible, essentially. So to that end, Xander is pretty darn useful here. Laszlo is pretty useful himself. We can take out so many of these mages right now. They're basically going to handle the northern side of the ship all by themselves, which they can do, believe it or not. So for whatever reason, because of the way that the shield gauges are set up and because of the way we move, instead of everybody dogpiling onto Dude here, they're going to attack Camilla right here, whereas just attacking Dude would probably have a decent shot of killing her, but right now she's basically never going to die. I actually do kind of understand why that's happening. She's like basically already dead as far as the game is concerned. So attacking with that mage would be sort of a waste from the perspective of the game, but again, it doesn't count for her shield gauges and stuff like that. So in reality, she's fine. That was disappointing. Where is your speed? Am I about to use a speed wing on a ninja? Is that really gonna happen? Yo, I can't do this. I can't do this, Laszlo. You can't do this to me. I'm about to use a speed wing on Laszlo, guys. God damn. Well, he's easily able to take these guys out. There's the D rank. Nice, nice, nice. We can actually one-shot all of these guys with Dude, which is just great. She did need a strength tonic to do that. Maybe I should go over those a little bit more specifically, but if you can't tell, she's got HP tonic. I gave her defense and resistance as well. Strength tonic so she can actually one-shot these guys with the hand axe. If she could use the javelin, that would have been sick here. So I guess if you want to give her like an arm scroll or something like that, that would be something you could do. And then there's basically zero chance of her dying ever, because then she would also have weapon triangle on these mages, which would be great. And since she has such side defense, like the Berserker, he like barely matters. You can see his attack totally bounces off her. Now maybe I can give this guy over to Silas. I don't know, it just depends. That's kind of my whole reasoning for bringing him over Charlotte. Of course, Audra is going to take a hit here, but it does not matter. It doesn't matter at all. I also Soldier Press Naginata because I'm super, super poor, which is another reason that I want to be as quick as I possibly can on this map. Just because the longer you spend here, the less money that you're going to have available. Now, with the way things worked out, we can go ahead and use Elise again. We're actually going to use her fire spell this time so as to build up weapon rank for that, which is something that we definitely want to do. So let's get it, Elise. Nice, nice. Now I can actually send Dude back and smite that mage who's been harassing Azura here a little bit. And we're going to try to set up some sort of wall to keep these guys out, more or less. Yeah, you can see if we had a lance, these guys have basically no chance of hitting alongside Jacob's support. So even though he's like not a very good combat unit at this point, he essentially definitely has his uses, basically. So now we can dance for Elise again, using Azura, which is going to allow us to get rid of this Berserker as well. Actually, let's kill this guy with Leo first, because Leo's going to take the left-hand side. Now, it looks like this is kind of bad, but keep in mind this guy is a promoted sorcerer with a Ragnarok, a really, really powerful spell. Yeah, 11. And the rest of these guys are chumps compared to this. With Nyx's support, he's taking no kind of damage from any of the other mages. And we want to kill this guy because he has the Inspiration ability, which is giving everybody around him +2 damage and +2 defense, essentially. I say defense, -2 damage taken. I can't even hear what he said, but Leo's... Yeah, my headphones are not very loud. I gotta get some new ones. But Leo's crit quotes are badass, I have to say. I love his crit quotes so much, dude. They're all really good. So now we can use Camilla to kill this guy again. We want to lead with her because she's much tankier than Elise by any metric. No matter how you slice it, she can just take more punishment. So there you go. Camilla! Obviously, I would rather get experience on Elise, but I still think we can get her like 2 levels here without too much trouble, you know? Alright, sorry about that. So now we can kill this guy off with Felicia. And again, we do have to talk to those guys. I can actually kill this guy with Niles. That might be better. Do we want him in the lead? I don't think it makes a difference. I'll think about it. But what I do know is we can move here with Mozu. I gave her an HP tonic as well as a resistance tonic because I can move her here. And since that other sorcerer isn't, like he doesn't move unless you're in his range, I can throw Mozu right here at the edge of his range while also killing this fighter.
That went well.
That did go well. Let's have this level up go well on top of that. That would be just great. Yep, that was good. That was definitely good. One more of those, that'd be just great. That would be just great, man. I think Moses is going to be a good unit, guys. I don't know how this happened. I don't know when this happened, but here we are. Now, I can actually go, like, all in with Felicia. There's actually no reason not to be as close as possible. I can have her hit the, the generic guy. Yeah, the soldier, the lancer. I can have her talk to him on the next turn, which is why she's here. That's really the main reasoning behind her being in this group to begin with. I can still take this guy out, though. I can still take this guy out with Xander. That's going to bring up our shield gauge back to full. We'll block whatever attacks come next. By the way, Xander has so much defense that these guys, for the most part, just totally ignore it. Which is just utterly ridiculous. The Shining Bow is going to come after Xander, but we're actually going to block it with Silas. Thank God for that, dude. I wish you could block stabs with shield gauge, man. That'd be sick. That'd be dope. I wish, man. Either way, we can kill this guy with Mozu over the course of the next 2 rounds. She's just barely able to survive, as you can see. Needed both the HP tonic as well as the resistance tonic to even stand a chance. This guy gets 1 shot, which is just hilarious. Like, yeah, he could be a threat, but he dies in 1 hit, so, like, you know. Better luck next time, man. Didn't count on Xander being this broken, did ya? Yeah, he's really, really good. I feel like all of the Royals in this game just totally eclipse all of their competition. Like, even Elise is a way better healer than your first servant, you know what I mean? Let's see what happens here. We actually dodged, so now there's really no chance of anything going wrong. There wasn't to begin with. We would be getting enough shield gauges. Yeah, we'd be getting enough shield gauges. We'd block the next attack. We would take 1 hit, and then by then we would have another shield gauge. So it would be totally irrelevant as to whether or not we blocked that attack or not. So Camilla's actually going to, unfortunately, be killing some more people here. I really don't need to get her so many more levels. I mean, I'm going to keep using her consistently as I have been, of course. She's just so good. How can I not? But for the next map or 2, I'd kind of like to focus on other characters a little bit. I really would. And I was looking at Odin. He's actually kind of decent. I didn't really show what his promotion bonuses would be, but we get a Master Seal on this map as well. More likely than not going to throw that his way, I think. God damn, Camilla's just tearing it up. More speed. Oh, my God. Why is she so good? Her speed cap is only 27. What are you doing, Camilla? Well, we can destroy this guy, and we're going to do that. In fact, it's going to take so long to get to those guys on the right-hand side because I basically need to double back at this point, right? So I can have Elise kill this guy, which should also allow Felicia to get this kill on the second fighter that's going to pop off here. And I think we're going to go that route. it shouldn't be too much of an issue. I can also dance for Ajura from, or excuse me, I can dance with Ajura from this position. So we can throw Felicia here. She should tank because of with the Lily's poise. Yeah, and that +1 damage actually makes the difference here, which is why I wasn't too concerned about giving her a magic tonic or anything like that. We're trying to save money at this point. Something pretty cool about Felicia that we're not seeing here is that when she hits an enemy, there's like this ice effect. But because we had the flame shuriken, I guess that's not going to take effect here. Let's see it, Felicia. What do you have for me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that was pretty good. Your hard work is paying off for show, man. Not bad, not bad. Now Leo can actually make it all the way up here and talk to this first one. Let's do it. No sign of our enemy yet. Am I wearing a disguise? Not a chance. Test me all you want. My face and Nori and Pride are both the real deal. If you're satisfied, please allow me to return to the task at hand. Alright, so it's not him. Like I say, I don't know why I'm acting suspenseful. It's always the last guy. Always. No matter what. Now, if I switch over to Silas here, do you think he gets body bagged? Really, he doesn't. Wow, he's actually sort of tanky here, yeah. Of course, I wish I would have brought a more suitable weapon for him. Such as, like, I should have just given him the dang. I should have left him with the poke. Also, I had an opportunity to forge a steel lance for him, and I should have done that. I don't know why I didn't do that. But, I mean, he still 2 KOs, these guys, and they will actually attack Silas. Yeah, I mean, they would actually attack him. This guy can't really do too much either. 24. How much defense you got, buddy? 21. Oh, my God. Yeah, we're golden. We're golden. They don't even double him. And this guy, the only other guy who could have been a threat, does not move. So, yeah, we can throw Silas out here, actually. Let's do it. The Beast Killer isn't 2 KO. Let's go. Yeah, I'm actually really glad I made this change. Yeah, wow. This was a lot of experience I would have been wasting for Silas. And again, it has the benefit of actually drawing some of these guys to us and making them attack, because they will not attack when they're doing no damage. They just never will. And if Silas gets low, then I can just obviously switch him away. Let's see. No Wyrm Slayer. No Wyrm Slayer. I know there's a few Wyrm Slayers out here, which is pretty dangerous. You can't really tank this with a armored unit or a Wyvern type unit either. And no matter, by the way, this is kind of something probably worth pointing out, but no matter what class Corrin is, she is always considered a dragon. Always, no matter what. So keep that in mind. Now we can use Elise here to just blow this guy away. Yeah, I see no reason to not do this. I see no reason at all. This may end up getting a second kill on Elise by going about it this way. I'm not sure if it will or will not, but we will see here in a moment, I suppose. I'd kind of prefer them to attack Silas, though, because this seems to be a good opportunity for him. All right, speed. There we go. There we go. No magic, though, which is pretty weird. You have a 75% growth, last I checked. Maybe it's like 65 as a melee knight. I don't know. I mean, I could unpair... should I unpair Camilla, maybe? Well, I don't really see the need to. Also, we didn't take any damage here at all. Wow. I guess the last thing we need to do is take this guy out, which I can do in one hit. So even if I somehow get the 97% miss, this guy is still going to die. It would be so unreal, man. I better not. Yeah, Mozu, get the 2%er while you're at it, in fact. God damn, Mozu. God damn, Mozu. Chill. With that, I mean, she really only needs like one more kill, and she should be able to get up to a nice, comfortable level 16. That seems like a good one to promote at. Yeah, so he is going to pop my shield. That's totally fine. I would rather get experience on people like this rather than just have Xander kill everything anyways. He's more than capable of doing it, obviously, but this just seems a little bit more beneficial, you know what I mean? Now, these guys do have armor blow, so of course they're taking significantly less damage here. I really should have forged up that steel lance. I'm going to be doing that after this map anyways, so there was really no reason not to. And yeah, even though Silas does struggle with his HP a little bit here, his sheer defensive value, especially when combined with somebody who gives him even more defense, you know what I mean? Like, Xander's giving him a nice +3, I think. That alone makes it so that he's still fairly tanky as long as he's not taking big hits all at once, you know what I mean? That's really his big thing. So if he's like fighting fighters, yeah, that's a really good sentence there. But if he's encountering fighters, that's kind of a problem because they tend to do it KO. Whereas these guys are not any kind of issue. I may have to switch off of Silence here though, just so I can deal with these guys a little bit more safely. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. I'm not trying to die here. We also actually made these guys move, which is really good for me because that's going to free up a lot of space for my flyers. So yeah, sometimes last minute changes work out. Yeah, good, exactly, Xander, you said it best. I could probably just rush them to death right now, in fact. Oh, I can't fly over this? Really? Yeah, I can't fly over that. Very interesting. Whoops. Well, we can get this talk out of the way, I think. Oh, I should have attacked from somewhere else, I think. Oh, well. Not like it really matters that much. Yeah, we'll just move there, and then I will dance with Azra. We can get this out of the way right now. And then these two can start catching up. Still no sign of the enemy commander, I'm afraid. Do I have something in my teeth? I suppose I did eat not too long ago. You need to inspect my face. Okay. Very well. That was strange. If you're finished, I shall return to my post. Apparently, somebody told me that in Warriors, they actually turned the whole face bending thing into an actual character gimmick for Corrin, which is hilarious. So apparently she canonically goes around touching people's faces, which is just awesome, dude. That is just hilarious. Oh, I think we're just a little bit too far away to make this work. Yeah, we are, unfortunately. Ideally... Oh, no, I can actually... Oh, no, we're fine. I was going to say, ideally, I would be able to kill both of these archers right here, which I totally can do. Yeah, I can definitely do that. So we're going to throw a javelin, or not a javelin, but a hand axe at this guy. Even if I miss, I'm still looking pretty good, I think. So we can kill this guy right now. And honestly, Elise has no issue taking on this second, this hero up here, basically. She'll have no kind of issue. Although I guess I could potentially be frozen. That would kind of suck. We're taking 7 from you. 7 from you, but we'll have a shield gauge. We'll have a shield gauge after the first attack. And the hero deals 33. Oh. That's 14. No, we survived. We survived. These guys don't have anything crazy. No quick draw or nothing like that. And since they only have armored blow, as opposed to warding blow, we'll be able to annihilate them with her magic. So here we go. My God, look at Elise. She's actually really good. This is an awesome setup for her. I never would have tried this. I've never tried this before. This is a lot of fun. Oh my God. Yeah, she's just laughing, having a grand old time, are you, Elise? Well, me too. Let me just put that out there right now. Let's take these vulneraries. Or should I heal up Laszlo, do you think? Actually, yeah, Laszlo makes more sense because I might be able to get him some kills. Maybe. But I definitely want to get one from Ozu. So maybe that was a mistake. I don't know. Either way, at least it's going to annihilate this guy. My God. You know, if she would have gotten Heartseeker, somebody had kind of suggested to maybe do that when I get them up to S support with Odin. To get Heartseeker, that would be really, really noticeable right here, especially since a lot of enemies are forced to attack at melee. It seems like that could add a lot to her reliability, especially if I want to leave her out there with like a bolt axe or some crap. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a bad idea. I don't know if I'm going to do that. It's kind of expensive to do so. But honestly, Sorcerer or Elise doesn't even sound that bad either, to be honest. Yeah, this guy does 0 damage. And by 0, I mean a lot, but we survive, which is all that matters. Well, I gotta say, this is going very well. This is going very, very well. And now that we're back over to Xander, these guys are kind of backing off a little bit. Okay, understandable. I don't know if Silas can really tank, though, if I switch him back in here. I don't know. I don't know, man. It seems kind of sketchy, doesn't it? Well, we can get pretty far ahead now with Leo. We can bring him back up here, which I want to do since he's going to be sort of useful in actually killing the boss. So let's get Leo out here, man. Let's see. Am I going to be in range with you? Oh, I definitely will be. So I can actually use Xander now to kill this guy. Yeah, I think I want to kill this guy with Xander so that I can throw Leo out there. He's not going to die to 2 outlaws, and I want to draw them closer to me. Also, without the Nyx Spirit, there's no way that he's doubling. Like, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they only have 18. Hell, even with Nyx Spirit, he's not going to double. But I basically need to get this extra tile. So if I do, like, one of these, he won't die, will he? In fact, here, there you go. Now Leo's never going to die here. I can switch back out. Drop your boy off right there. He doesn't one-shot him. Nyx has no weapon either, so that's pretty good for us. This hero is a little bit threatening, I guess. So maybe if he moves, that could be kind of bad. I think if we separate these guys right now, that could be a good idea. Yeah, because then they can both pick up a kill. So let's do that. Let's do that for sure. Are you out of freeze yet, man? Okay, good, he is. He's out of freeze, so we're looking great. We can get Yeah, we'll be able to pick this up in like the next 2 turns or something like that. Yeah, not a very hard map, honestly. I can both attack as well as talk on the same turn. Do I want to do that? Actually, it makes more sense to do it like this. Yeah, because this is potentially 2 kills on Elise. Yeah. Sorry, I just want to get as many kills onto her as possible here. So we can attack this guy from here with Elise. If I miss, then I can use the poke. Either way, I'm getting my shield gauge, which is all I'm really concerned about right here. So let's get it. There we go. Nice.
Too much for ya.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. Oh my god, we might even get her 3 levels here. Good god, how good would that be? That would be amazing. So let's get this talk. Now, obviously, I'm not getting too much experience on Dude. She's going to get a ton on the next map, no doubt. I haven't seen anybody that looks like an enemy commander yet. What? Why are you pulling on my cheek? That's actually part of her character, guys. Ow, please stop. You'll bruise my gorgeous face. Did you think I was an enemy in disguise? Never. I'm annoying it through and through. Are we done here? I feel a little bit abused. Invading on my personal space, man. Alright, so there's really not a whole lot left of this. We're going to get away with like 8,200, sadly, because I can't get over to as well as kill the final boss. Well, the final boss is. I can't kill the boss on this next turn. I don't have enough people in range, sadly.
That was too easy.
I agree. You know, if I ever kill the the adventurer, she probably gets another level. Magic luck. Magic luck. What a bad level. Awful, Elise. Awful. Well, I can easily feed these next 2 kills to whoever I so choose. That shouldn't be too hard. As long as we don't get the 12%er, I'd really rather not. I'm surprised that hero didn't move, but maybe he can't, like, get a dual attack here, even if he did. Will he move now, though, I wonder? Because, like, he probably should, to be honest. No, he doesn't. Very interesting. Very interesting. So we're really just cleaning up here. Yeah, this map is not too hard. As you can see, Xander can basically handle this entire side of the map by himself. Like, quite literally. It's absolutely no exaggeration. He most certainly can. Silas, if I get a kill with Silas here somehow, that would probably be a good idea, don't you think? Camilla, why are you so good? Why do you double in 1 round him? The problem is I need to kill one of these guys if I want Leo to be over here, and I really do want Leo to be over there. What about this? Because I need to kill that mercenary, because I want Mozu and Laszlo to pick off those 2 outlaws there, but they'll be totally exposed to being finished off by that other mercenary. So what I can do then in that case is take Niles, have Niles ferry Felicia all the way over here, and then she can wreck this guy. Yeah, good God, Felicia. Good God, Felicia. This is what I'm talking about. Hell yeah, good clean fun right here. And he goes down. That's going to be even more experience on Felicia. Not like she really needs it, but who else is going to get that kill? You know what I mean? And with that, we can do one of these. Yeah, that's the easiest kill Mozu's ever seen. The easiest kill Mozu has ever seen. So that seems like a good idea on that. Now, I really want to give 1 kill to Silas here, though, man. Oh, Mozu is so good. Yo. Oh my god, Kenshi Knight is gonna be so broken, y'all. Now if I go with the Beast Killer, 12 and 12 is a death. Oh, but that's because of strong riposte. So if it'll actually just be 6 damage on Silas, right? So I probably could actually throw him out there. We don't want to talk to the ball. Oh, maybe I could have killed him. I think I could have killed him. I wasn't really planning on that. Oh, that kind of sucks. I think I could have taken him out of here, guys. I really do. So that's on me. We're going to lose 300 extra gold. Oh, well. We definitely want at least 8,000, though, for sure. It's kind of why I'm trying to play this as fast as humanly possible, because the longer we wait here, like, essentially, the more money I'm losing, which is no good. That's absolutely no good. Yeah, we'll move right here with Leo, which is as close as he needs to be. That's going to get the attention of that hero. I can move here. I can actually... I'm going to go with this. If I've somehow overlooked something, that's on me. But from where I'm standing, this should be 1 kill for Silas, which is going to level him up, if nothing else. So let's go, Silas! I can't believe he basically did nothing on this map, man. Which is my own fault, of course. I should have definitely gotten him that Steel Lance Forge. We have more than enough of those just sitting around that I'm doing literally nothing with, so there's really no reason for him to not have gotten it. Do you think Camilla dies in 1 hit to this guy? Probably. Oh, without a doubt. Without any doubt. Oh, my God. On the other hand, she almost one-shots him in return. Yeah, I don't know if that guy's gonna die, but we can kill everybody else. So we can move at least like right here. She has more than enough range. We just gotta stay out of range of the shining bow guy, basically. Everybody else is totally irrelevant. We'll even equip the forge there, just in the off chance they want to attack dude. I don't see why they would. Oh yeah, Silas is fine here. He's gonna kill this guy, in fact. And there's really no way Xander gets blocked. He does like, by the way, Xander does like 30 damage to the boss. Or some ridiculous number. He does a lot to the boss, basically. So, yeah, not really too worried about him. This better level you up, Silas. Come on, dude. Come on, man. You got this. Get a crit or something. No? Okay, well, that's fine. Ah, yeah, that's enough. That's enough. Good, good, good. Let's see it, buddy. More HP, please. He keeps getting really good level ups, but like, no HP, man. HP tonics only go so far. Now, there are other angelic robes that I could give him. For example, there's one that I can buy later on in the game, and I might end up doing that just because I kind of want to use Silas. He's kicking ass. It's just... well, we'll see, I guess. We'll see what happens. Already, I'm out of range. Well, Mozu is like, she's not going to get a level up here, so what I can do is pair these guys. Move in with Laszlo a little bit. I mean, I might as well rally. I wish that gave experience, but I guess that would be kind of broken. Anyways, we can dance for Laszlo. He can dual attack and kill this guy off with literally any kind of help from anybody. Yeah, let's roll with... I mean, Leo might get a level. And I'm not going to get D rank in time. There's no way. So let's just give it to Leo then. Yeah, it makes sense to me. Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Don't worry.
So this chapter is not too hard. Once you realize the fact that Xander can totally stall on the left-hand side from any kind of enemies that might otherwise be an issue. Level 18. Come on, speed, dude.
Why, yes.
Oh my god, this guy! The ladies aren't gonna do crap. Of course, you won't have to worry about outrunning them. They'll catch you every time with a speed stat like that, but, well, regardless, we can throw your boy right here. Talk with Leo, which is going to expose the boss for what he truly is.
Yes.
AKA a pushover and a pair of boots, most likely. I haven't seen anybody suspicious around here, but I'll keep looking. Oh, you wish to inspect my face? I'm sorry, I can't allow that. I'm not hiding anything, I just... Hey, stop that! Unhand me, you fiends! I guess I have no choice. Bah, I must be getting sloppy if you were able to see through my disguise.
What?
Wait, that's an Orient pirate, but he leads his men just like a ninja. And how did a common pirate manage to sneak aboard? This doesn't add up. I'll get to the bottom of this later. For now, all that matters is stopping him. Right, and in order to do that, I am going to choose to not attack with Leo. Mostly because Xander just screws this guy up like nothing else. Look at that, 31 damage. My god, look at that little smirk on Xander's face too. He knows what he's about. He knows what he's about. This is disgusting right here. Now that you've found me, I have no choice but to defeat you all. Say goodbye to your men, your war chest, and this ship. He must not know. He must not know. So there goes 90% of your health. I guess I should probably talk about Shura because he's kind of cool. He has Highwayman. After attacking a foe who can't fight back, the target gets a strength plus speed -3, which is a cool ability. It's a cool ability. Would be better on a player unit if only there were a way to get this guy. I don't know. Counter, which, you know, it's pretty devious, I guess. But the problem is that, as you can see, he starts with a mini bow, which means he can attack at 2 range. He has a killer bow as well, which is pretty scary, but if he equips that, then he can't attack at melee. I feel like a shining bow would have done better here, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, he also has Underdog, which gives him a nice hit avoid boost if he's a lower level. He's only level 2, so that's not the most unlikely thing in the world. And he has Grizzly Wound, which we just saw go off there. Anything else about him? No, not really. He's an alright boss. He's not too bad, not too bad. We can take out this guy, though, with Dude. Might as well. Let's poke him to death, I guess. Do we want the axe rank? No, I really kind of do want her lance rank to not suck. But does it even matter? I don't know. I don't know. She's probably not getting up to D rank, but if we can make it happen, so much the better. I guess I'm going to try for it. I might as well.
Guess I did
So let's take that guy on out of here, get some easy experience. The easiest experience I've ever seen. And now we can just murder this guy. We just murder him. Honestly, we'll just kill him. If I miss, though, this sucks. I mean, yeah, I'm coming this far just to roll an 86, but I just kind of want experience on Elise, man. Let me have this. Guess I should have healed. We got him. Good night. It's been fun, man. Been a lot of fun. Some nice shoes you got there. You're stronger than expected. Nobody ever expects melee Knight Elise. It's not your fault, really. So 7 turns, we saved, what, 8,200? That's not too bad. I feel like we could have got 8,500. I didn't realize that we would be able to double back so quickly. I definitely think that's sort of the way you want to go about it, though. Xander to the right-hand side basically makes that whole section a non-issue, as you guys saw. We even snuck in a few kills for Silas there. Probably could have got him 1 or 2 more if I would have prepared a little bit more adequately, but it is what it is. Regardless, I just don't find this map too bad. I think that if you focus the majority of your efforts on the left-hand side, you are pretty much good to go. You don't really want to send Xander that way, of course, because of all the mages. Even though his 1 to 2 range is pretty nice, he has a much greater risk of actually taking a little bit of damage if you do that. On the right-hand side, though, there's really only, like, the one shining bow guy that even moves. So, like, it's pretty free. It's pretty free for him on the right-hand side, I'm not going to lie. And 8,200, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Now, we have a decision.
Listen.
This battle is over. Surrender quietly if you know what's good for you. Yeah, you're right. We lost. So now what? Well, what are you gonna do with me? For what it's worth, I'd much rather live than die. No shit, man. I'd just prefer to die. I'm too shamed, I guess. Don't move a muscle. If you even breathe wrong, we shall end you. Stay in the cabin until my sister here decides what to do with you.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Why not just execute me here and now? As though I could expect anything else from Norian royals.
You must know you deserve to be punished after what you did. You may be dressed as an Norian pirate, but I don't understand. Why would you board a ship for Hoshido when our country is at war with them? It doesn't make any sense. Can you explain?
Like a dirty thief needs a reason to do what he does best. He and his men likely just hopped aboard without thinking things through. Trying to reason with him is a waste of time, Azura. Azura! So you're the one.
What's that?
You know who I am? How?
Go on.
No more games. Tell me what you know, or we shall kill you and be done with it. How do you know who I am?
Yeah.
I know because I was one of the people responsible for kidnapping you all those years ago.
What? I was commissioned.
Whoa. I was commissioned by a Hoshido strategist named Yukimura. I led him through the secret tunnel that runs beneath Castle Krakenberg.
But you're a Norian yourself, aren't you? How could you do such a thing?
I'm no Norian, but a ninja from Koga, a land that exists only in memory now. Long ago, my clan proudly served the Hoshidan royalty. Those days were long past, but I still felt I should help avenge their loss. Besides, I figured if war broke out, I could use the chaos to take down Mokushu. Heh! I don't think Yukimura even realized he had enlisted a genuine ninja of Koga.
Hey.
I recall learning of the destruction of Koga by neighboring Mokushu. Rumor has it all who lived there were brutally killed. I'm surprised you were able to escape. Is that why you've become a thief?
I had no choice.
After Koga fell, I was chased from home and separated from the other survivors. I had no choice. I was a child at the time. It was either steal or die. I chose to steal. I eventually found myself in Nor, where I carved out a life for myself as a pirate.
I see.
And now that war is upon us, you wish to return home to exact your revenge.
Yep, spot on.
A former Hoshidan ninja seeking revenge for his massacred people.
Really?
Please, you seem like a reasonable person. My name is Shura. Have mercy and spare my life, and I swear you won't regret it. I promise to serve and protect Lady Azura and to help you however I can. I'm not crazy about the Hoshidans, and I feel bad for helping kidnap your princess.
Huh?
So first you stole from us, but now you want to be our ally.
Yeah, sorry about that stealing business. Think of it as a showcase of my skills. Come on, what do you say? Wouldn't hurt to have somebody like me around, right?
No.
Don't listen to him, dude. He could be lying through his teeth. For all we know, he's a Hoshidan spy. He could warn them we're coming. I hate to say it, but if we don't kill him now, it could endanger us all.
True.
I agree, sweet sister. No matter his reasons, he tried to hurt us. There's no way to ensure he won't betray us to those nasty Hoshidans. I'd never stop worrying about you if that mongrel was on the loose.
Silence! The choice is not ours to make.
What will you do?
What will you do, dude? As our leader, this is your call to make. Are we going to kill Shura or let him go? And now is something really cool. You actually have the choice, and you get something different depending on what you choose. So you can choose to kill him, which gives you a pair of boots, or you can choose not to kill him, which gives you Shura. Let's talk about Shura. So he is a decent pre-promote, a somewhat viable filler unit, not particularly great as a mainliner. Really, he's not great. I'm sorry. He's not the best, let's put it that way. He does join one chapter before a bunch of ninjas, so there's always that, so he can be kind of useful in the next map for that alone. He will have weapon triangle on all of them. He can use the shining bow, not particularly great, but he can do enough with it that it's almost something worth talking about. Almost. It's pretty strong though, so he'll have like 23 attack hitting res, which could be worse, especially when considering tonics and magical pair-ups as well, which aren't in particularly high demand. The problem is that he's not particularly great. Awesome character. I love this guy. Really, I honestly do. Again, I've already sort of said that I kind of had a problem with the fact that most characters are retainers. Well, this guy is somebody who is not. He has actual legitimate reasons to want to join you that have nothing to do with, like, whatever you want to say the retainer's reasons may be. You know, it's something different. It's a breath of fresh air for sure. But boots. Boots, man, boots. His growths aren't even bad or anything like that either. It's just no. We have too many characters right now. You're right. He's too dangerous to take with him. He's too dangerous to take with us. And those are some really nice boots. Oh, my boots. Yeah, if you want those, I can just slip those off. No, she just nods her head, just shakes her head sadly. No, you're gonna have to die for those. I take no pleasure in this decision, but I can't endanger my family. Your time is at an end, Shura. I'm sorry. Huh? Seriously, I can just take him off. No. I know it's not easy, but you made the right decision.
Glad that's over with.
I'll feel much safer now. That's my good little dude.
Well done.
Take heart, dude. You likely saved our lives this day. We all respect your decision to protect your loved ones at any cost. You've grown so much while I was away. Making rational choices for the greater good is what being a princess is all about. I shall send a messenger to Father at once. He will be proud to learn that you brought one of Azura's kidnappers to justice. I know Father could be a dick, but this is sure to earn you his favor.
Yeah.
Thanks, Xander. I don't know what I would do without you.
This is bullshit, man. Fine. I suppose I'm getting what I deserve. Just make it quick.
This path I walk is so cold. Please let this war end soon. And you get the boots.
I actually like that moment, though. I wish there would have been more of that. Especially considering they really seemed like decisions were going to be a huge part of this game, when really they're not. I think that's probably the only major one that you have to make besides choosing your path. Which in itself isn't really a choice, right? You either buy Conquest or Birthright, and that kind of decides for you, but I digress. That's a pretty decent moment, and there's an actual consequence no matter which choice you make. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of weird that Shura doesn't come with his boots. I don't really understand that, but one movement, man, is one movement, and I don't have the path bonuses to take advantage of. I'm sorry, I need that. I like Shura. He's a cool character, but nah, man. Movement all day. As a map, though, I really don't think that one's too bad for a lot of the reasons that I said. Now, if you don't use Xander, that becomes a lot more tricky because, as you can see, the game sort of... It kind of forces your hand a little bit because you can't really use armors because there's Armor Slayer mercenaries. You can't really use a Wyvern because there's Wyvern Slayers as well as Outlaws on that side. So if for some reason you choose to ban Xander, then that whole thing becomes a lot more difficult. With him, though, I mean, it's pretty clear that you're intended to use him on that map at the very least because, again, it's like he's designed to solo that section of the map, I swear. Anyways, I think that is going to do it for me, so... With that said, thank you for watching. I hope that you all enjoyed. If you did, please remember to leave a like rating. Helps me out, and I will catch you guys on the next one. See you then. Peace.